done one thing, and it done it well, and that was got out there and got on the air. Go ahead.
Yeah, we just talk and talk and talk, with not having a lot of stuff that would distract you, no doubt. And it was and it's still a solid performer today. So, what do they say? The hits just keep on coming, so to speak. But they all make great radios, or they probably wouldn't still be in business. So, that's something to be said of. But they did quite well when they came out with the 7300, and we kind of held off as long as possible. But the prior equipment was about 8 to 10 years old. A lot of advances in receive technology, and we knew at some point this would end up being a secondary radio and a portable to take with us. And so again, no regrets other than stuff you'd like to have, nothing that you have to have, but that's just one of the things I'd like to have. But out of the box, they sound awful good. But boy, with a few tweaks here and there, you can really make them sing there, Roger.
Oh, definitely, man. Know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, a friend of mine, he has a 7610, and it's a beautiful rig, and it has that port on the back where you can connect an external monitor to it. And that's great. That's a really great feature. And like you said, I hope that they would add that to the 7300 in a variant in the future. I know there's a lot of folks that modify it and with like a pan adapter or whatever, and I just can't bring myself to do that. I can't bring myself to open this thing up and go poking around in there and changing stuff. So I just keep it the way it is. I don't even use the big waterfall expand on there. I like watching the S meter more than I do the waterfall, really. And if you ain't careful, that waterfall, that'll kind of spoil you. Back like I was talking about the 718 there, it didn't have a waterfall on it. So whenever you was hunting somebody on there, you had to hunt somebody with your ear.
Oh, the waterfall can be quite mesmerizing if you're not careful. And we're using a third-party software for the actual display of the signal strength and, of course, the frequency count and so forth. And we're also able to put up the audio spectrum and the audio scope, the oscilloscope. So you got something to watch, of course. And it's really interesting to see, just how wide some signals are, some aren't. And then, to actually do that in the rig as well. Again, who would have thought? These SDR radios that came out have really opened up, to a lot of other operators and new operators. I had a QSO last Wednesday night when we were doing our live stream with a 9-year-old out of Texas. And very well spoken, knew the phonetic alphabet quite well. He's a technician working under his dad's call currently at the time we were talking, and hopes to get his general this summer. And that's really the future of the hobby, and I really think the hobby is going to be in good hands when you get operators like that there, Roger.
Oh, yeah, definitely agree with you, man. K0RWB for ID. Yeah, those kids out there now, kids and young men, young ladies that are growing up, those people are the future of ham radio, because all your hams out there now, there's almost a generation gap, between those guys, and without these younger folks coming in, ham radio, the hobby and even the art, of ham radio and electronics, we're slated to fade, man. And that's kind of grim, and I don't like looking at it like that. But it's it's that next generation that's really gonna shape the future of ham radio. And you have your operators out there, your older guys who are all anti-digital, and you've got guys out there who are still anti-transistor, man. They're still tube type or nothing, and it's just one of those things. If you don't adapt with the times, you get left behind. So it's important. There's a lot of new technology out there that's coming to light, and having this next generation in there to, use that technology and put it at the forefront of ham radio is going to be vitally important.
Yeah, you're right, K0RWB. Yeah, it's a good point. I will tell you this: the last 12 weeks that I've been doing the live stream and making lots of contacts, first time operators and new people to the hobby, and folks who've been away from the hobby for a while, who are now are back into it again, and then listening to all these new younger operators, and I feel really good about it. I think we're in a really great position. The bands haven't been the greatest the last couple of years. I think they're starting to get better. If Sun Cycle 25 starts to get a move on, if the rest of my contacts tonight are as good as your signal at 10 over, this is going to be a great night. We had this last night as well. And we tried to go for about 2 hours, and it's almost being close to 3 because the pilot's got so big you hate to leave people hanging. But so there's a lot of interest out there. There's a lot of enthusiasm. It's a terrific hobby. These are the greatest group of people that you'll meet anywhere in the world. And so I feel real good about it. And we're just trying to play a small portion in it, small wheel, small cog and a big wheel, that kind of thing. And we're having fun with it. And I'm hoping everybody else does as well. And again, the bottom line is to make contacts and have good QSOs. And I think if we keep it at that kind of scale, I think everybody will have a good time with it there, Roger.
I agree 100% with you, man. Exactly. You made the comment of small cog and a big wheel. And I mean even that small cog is important because without that small tooth, the big wheel doesn't turn. So I mean it's it's important. And like I said, this next generation, this generation of younger hams, that have developed an interest in ham radio, that's just mind-boggling for one, because in the in this modern age of cell phones and smartphones, I mean, when you say Morse code to somebody, I mean, they're like, oh, what? Is that, they just kind of look at you odd, and a lot of people, once you actually show that to them and demonstrate that, they're like, oh wow, and that's how I was, I mean, I've been a ham for 20 years this year, and I kind of got started playing with Morse code a little bit just a couple of years ago, and I was like, man, this is cool. This is this is kind of fun.
Yep, exactly right, and that's the way it should be. There's a lot of other things that probably take a little bit more serious to it, but this should be a very good hobby. It should be light. Everybody should have enjoyment. I always try to respect others' times and be cordial, and certainly listen to make sure the frequency is not occupied, which I think I've done here. I don't see anybody really close on the waterfall, and if we have to move, we do those kind of things, and it's not an issue for me. So that's kind of how we do it here. When we do this, when we do the channel, this is not 59 QRZ. I'm not a big fan of that unless it's a contest. This isn't a contest. This is a live stream where everybody gets some equal time, and everybody gets to talk things that are important to them. And you also have an opportunity to listen to yourself on the air, which we don't get that much of an opportunity from time to time. So that's really kind of how we run this part of it. And we always try to be a good steward of amateur radio, and I think so far so good. So we'll see where it goes from there. But listen, thanks for giving us the call. I'm going to kind of move along here, so maybe we can make a few more contacts. We're kind of limited on time tonight, but gosh, a terrific signal at 10 over on 60 watts. Just amazing what you're doing, and I guess propagation helps us as well. But I do appreciate you being the first with it tonight. And again, if you'd like to listen to our QSO, you can go to either to my QRZ page. I have a link, or you can go to YouTube, put in my call sign K0RWB, and look for the video with today's date. and you're the first one, so you can start right from the beginning and have some fun with it. If not, you understand. But anyway, I'll say 7-3. So now you be safe and be well. Enjoy the rest of your week. I'll do my part, and I'll let you finish yours up as well. KK4 Juliet Whiskey, Kilowatt Zero, Radio Whiskey Bravo.
All right, brother. Well, I do appreciate you calling CQ for starters, and appreciate you letting me hop in there, and really do appreciate the nice QSO with you there. So we'll catch you again sometime, and we'll let the show roll on. Didn't know I was a part of it, but hey, good evening, everybody. So 73 to you, sir, and have a great evening. KK4JW.
The pleasure's all mine. And please come back and give us a call, and we'll pick it up where we left off. We try to do this on a continual basis. 40 meters has been really good the last week, and 20 has been kind of tough, so we decided to come down here, excuse me, on 40 meters in the evening for a couple hours, make some contacts. We had such a wonderful time last night. I know we will tonight as well. You've set a really high bar. I'll tell you this. You set a high bar with signal and audio and content, so I'm looking forward to the rest of them. But yeah, please stop in again. I'd like to have a chance to work you again, and who knows, we could always work another band. But anyway, be safe and be well, and you take care. KK4 Juliet Whiskey, Kilowatt Zero, Radio Whiskey Bravo, 7-3. At QRZ, this is K0RWB, reigning Kansas City. Any stations anywhere, come back with your call. There was a Delta 8 station again, please. Delta 8 station.
Kilowatt Delta 8 Papa Quebec Echo, KB8
Okay, I got Kilo Delta 8 Papa Kilo Echo. Is that a Roger?
Roger. Kilowatt Delta 8 Papa Quebec Echo. I can hear you. Kilowatt Zero Radio Whiskey Bravo.
Okay, fine business. Just want to verify. Is this Christopher or Chris? Is that a Roger?
Negative. It's a William. It's Bill. Kilowatt Delta 8 Papa Quebec Echo.
Well, I got fat fingers tonight, so I apologize for that. I'll get it in there this time there. So, there's a better one there. Okay, fine business. Well, thank you for giving us a call there. Again, the name is Randy, over 35 miles east of downtown Kansas City, Missouri. We're also live on YouTube this evening. How are you doing in your world?
Zulu, she got Zulu.
Hey, Bill, are you still in there? Go ahead.
Echo 3, Zanzibar, Sugar, Zanzibar.
Kilo Delta 8, Papa Quebec Echo, are you still in there?
Yes, I'm sorry. I thought maybe you had somebody else, and I apologize. Yes, I'm here. I've been on here since you frequency was clear, actually. There was somebody on before you, and they were hard CQ, and then I chased them, but they never came back, and then you came on. So, yes, so you have a YouTube channel. Is that right?
Yeah, we sure do, Bill. We started about 12 weeks ago with the coaxing of another radio YouTuber down in Florida. His name is Alex, Whiskey 7 Hotel Uniform, and he kind of encouraged me to do that. There's quite a few YouTubers on the East Coast, not so many here in the Midwest to speak of, and location and timing and so forth. There's an opportunity that we wouldn't be able to cover everything, so we decided to give it a go. We're having a great time with it. We've got people here that check in with us regular, which is a terrific thing. We also have people that are on the live chat, and again, it's an opportunity to hear yourself on the air on the playback, which we don't get an opportunity very often. And we just thought it would be just a little added bonus to amateur radio. Roger.
Turn it on. It's on now, and when I listen to myself, I'll see what the difference is. So it's back on now. It's off now. By the way, I have the antenna is added. Over.
Well, if it was up to me, Bill, leave it on. Well, again, that's kind of what we do. is again, people either have new rigs, microphones, first-time operators, and so forth, and people call in and say, hey, what's this like? How does it sound? So and so forth. Well, nobody's a better judge of your audio than you because nobody knows your voice as well as you do. So at least this way, you have an opportunity to see what those changes do on the air. They're significant in my receive. They were definitely significant. And again, it's not a 5.9 QRZ. Try to be respectful of everybody's time and have fun in the process. And you're the prime example about why I do what I do because of what you just did on your rig there. Go ahead.
Yeah, I've had a license for about 10 years. I actually recently had to renew it. Just kind of embarrassing. And I just built a house about a year and a half ago, and so anyway, long story short is I finally got the radio out of the box. It's an IC 7410. I bought it from Universal Radio about 5 years ago used, and put the inside up in the attic. It's in a U shape. It should not work. It even floats back on itself in one part. And I've got 10 countries and 68 QSOs, and I've been doing this since March the 7th. Over.
Well, that just tells you that it's working, and it's amazing. What you think would not work works really well, and what you wouldn't think doesn't work at all. So you can never just go. Of course, propagation has a lot to do with it, of course. But on my receive, you're bouncing between 5 and 8 and 5 and 9. But the audio, when you turned it back on, it really brought your audio up, of course, and that's a lot of what gets us across on single sideband. So I'd say you're in the right direction. And yeah, it sounds really good in my receive. Again, we had such a great time last night. We were hoping that we will again tonight. The band was really open last night. We had to shut it down for 3 hours, and we still had a big pileup. But we just had to go. So we're going to be able to operate there a couple hours a night, make a few contacts, some new friends as well, and see how things are going. Again, if we're able to help in some small portion, hey, that's terrific. And if not, I certainly understand. But it sounds good in my receive, and I think you'll notice a big difference on the playback as well. Roger.
Roger, I do appreciate it. I'm not going to take up a lot of time here. I do sincerely thank you. And 73.
No problem at all. It's my pleasure, Bill. And again, thank you for giving us a call. And yeah, give a look, give a listen. You can get to my channel either through my QRZ page with a link, or go to YouTube and put in my call and look for the video of today's date. Of course, it's playing live right now, so you could probably fast forward to about the 12-minute mark thereabouts, about when we started, and give a look, give a listen, and see what it does for you. So in the meantime, be safe and be well. Enjoy the rest of your week, and look forward to working again. Kilo Delta 8 Papa Quebec Echo, Kilowatt 0 Radio Whiskey Bravo 73. And QRZ K0RWB. Any stations anywhere? Well, I got a big static crash at the same time, folks. I wasn't able to pull any call out. So let's try it one more time. QRZ. There was a Kilo something 2 station again. The Kilo ?2 station?
Kilo Bravo 2, Charlie Delta X-ray.
Okay, got you that time. Kilo Bravo 2, Charlie Delta X-ray. Don, how are you doing?
Oh, thank you so much for taking my call. Very well, and appreciate you taking the time to take my call. But yeah, you're a good 5'9" here in Eastern New York, and pleasure to meet you this evening. Is it Randy?
Yes, sir, that's correct. His name is Randy. We're 35 miles east of downtown Kansas City, Missouri. I've got you just about 5'8" to 5 9 bumping around. A little bit of static crash. We had that last night as well. So it's not near as bad as it was, so hopefully it won't get any worse tonight. But no problems getting you in there. A little bit bigger pile up than I anticipated. I had a little trouble getting the calls in there, but we got you that time, and we're also streaming on YouTube right now as well. Go ahead.
Fine business. Very good. Well, that's probably why you got the pile up. Everybody wants to hear themselves, as do I. But thank you for taking my call. I'll let other people get in here. And have yourself a good evening. Stay well, stay happy, and hope to catch you again sometime. K0RWB from Kilo Bravo 2, Charlie Delta X-ray, 7-3 for now.
Okay, Don. Well, that was just 5-9 plus 10. Well, I was hoping they would be calling just to hear me, but I get your point about the about the live stream. Hey, that's no problem. Hey, thanks for giving us a call, and please come back anytime. Give us a call, and we'll just pick it up where we left off. It sounds good out there in the Albany area, so I'm glad to see the band is being a little bit open tonight. So you take care and be safe and be well, and look forward to working you again. Kilo Bravo 2, Charlie Delta X-ray, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo, 7-3s.
7-3.
And QRZ, any station anywhere, K0RWB. Oh, boy, it's just like a bad rash. Whiskey 4, Tango Sierra Hotel. Bobby, good evening. How are you, buddy?
I'm not going to be able to talk to you tonight, Randy. I just barely hear you now. I hear one you're talking to, but just barely hear you. So I just want to say good evening, okay?
Well, I was doing okay. I guess we got somebody who wants to talk to me next. They wanted to tune up here on the frequency, or they didn't know we were here. But yeah, a little bit of static crash. You're about 5 and 5, 5 and 7. I'm not sure when we're going to get a good connection again unless we go up to 20 meters, Roger.
Yeah, okay, Randy. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to talk to you there. You're right in my noise. Propagation's not going to work for me and you, but 40 meters seems to be working really well. I heard everyone you've talked to actually real good in eastern New York and so forth. But anyway, you're doing a great job. In the V3 station, I've been trying to get back to you. I don't know if he give up or what, but anyway, have a good evening, Randy. Good luck. Just wanted to wave at you, buddy. We'll catch you the next time. K0RWB. This is W4TS8. See you later, buddy. Good evening.
Okay, Bobby. Hey, yeah, like I said, one of these days we'll make it work, even if we have to go back up on 20 meters. But anyway, you're 5 and 7, 5 and 9. My receive. I'm sorry you're not able to hear me better on my side, but not quite as much power in Studio B as up in A, but that's okay. Anyway, I've got you down, so I'm going to put you in the log. So we'll count it. Whiskey 4 Tango Sierra Hotel, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo, 7-3s, Bobby.
33, Randy.
And QRZ, K0RWB, any stations anywhere.
Victor Echo 3, Florida Radio. Tango Delta.
Victor Echo 3, Florida Radio, question mark.
Florida Radio, Bobby.
Oh, you've got two radios. Over. Hey, Edward, how are you this evening?
Oh, not too bad. You got a good signal coming in here, and so that fella in Florida was coming in pretty good, too. Name is Adam Barefoot, 7300. And my antenna's a A4S. That's at 70 feet, and the band seems pretty good. I just worked into Scotland and England down frequency, so they gave me a good cellular report. So how am I doing out your way, Lord?
Well, I've got you a good solid 5 and 9, and your audio is really bright and crisp. So I'd say at the moment it's working quite well for you there, Roger.
Okay, I'm glad to hear that. I had this 7300 about, around 3 weeks or something like that. They were on sale, so I had to get them before they ran out. They had 12 left on the West Coast. So I got this when I ordered it out of HRL in New Hampshire, and they shipped it to me from Portland, Oregon.
Well, that's a good sign that the band is open then. If you're getting all those different contacts, it makes me feel pretty good about working here tonight and see if we're able to go coast to coast there, Roger.
Yeah, well, I've got you right now. It's you're about 10 over. I guess you're 10 over, over.
Yeah, and your signal's real close to that. It's really kind of weird. It's either it transmits real good and doesn't hear so well, or some nights it's just the opposite. And I'm sure the conditions have a lot to do with that. But we work them the best we can, and we as long as we're making contacts, it's a good night there, Roger.
Okay, no problem whatsoever. And I like your audio. Your audio is great. You got lots of bows there, and that's pretty good. I've got lots of different radios, I guess, but I was getting my other radio fixed, and that's why I ended up with this one. I
I took the receiver out of the, your aircraft got the receiver of my Yaesu Fox Tango 840 that it has about 30 years. So I shipped it out to get it fixed, because that's a solid state rig, and I got it fixed. In the meantime, I didn't know if it was going to get back working all right or not, so I ordered the 7300. I also got the 7600, and a bit of other stuff to go along with it, but conditions are great on 40 right now, and I guess we're pretty lucky about that one. And we didn't have much rain today, a few drops, and that was about it. Over.
Yeah, we've been in the sun, but it's been cool, so I won't complain. It wouldn't do any good anyhow, so we'll leave it at that. But yeah, you know, they say about amateur radio, you never can have enough equipment. 2 is 1 and 1 is 0. So so I feel for you about having to pick many different radios, but hey, that's okay. That's a collection, and that's the way it should be. That's the cool thing about amateur radio. So, but no, you got a good signal coming in here. There's a little bit of noise on the band just on that last go-round. Otherwise, you've been really close to clear. So I'm glad to see it's working, and that gives me some encouragement for the rest of the evening here, that we'll see what other contacts we can make as well. Roger?
Okay, I'll tell you where I am so you know exactly how far you're getting. I'm in Hastings. Excuse me. I'm 125 miles east of Toronto, about 80 miles straight north of Rochester, New York. So if you figure that out in your map, you know where I am. I'm in the fishing capital of Ontario, Hastings. So a lot of muskie fishing around here. A lot of cottages and things like that. Lots of water around me. And the canal goes through here. And about 40 minutes away from me, where the canal goes right close to my house here, they have lift locks there where they take your pleasure craft out of the water and lift it up to 100 feet and put it back in the water, and you carry on. You go right through the Great Lakes system. So that's where I am here. Tell me whereabouts you're located, Rose.
Hey, Roger. We are 35 miles east of downtown Kansas City, Missouri. Roger.
35 miles from downtown Kansas, Missouri. Okay, very good. Well, I don't know if you've talked to me before. I guess I'm a retired member of the Boilermakers out of Kansas City, Kansas. And now they moved their address to Kansas City, Missouri. Over.
Hey, Roger. No, I looked at my log. I don't see a contact, but it's nice to have a chance to work you the first time here on 40 meters. And yeah, you know, it's a good day when you can make contacts, and I'm hoping that the rest of the night will work just as well. So we've been on the eastern side, now up into Canada, so it gives me some good ideas that in the next little bit the band will open up hopefully, and it should be a good night there, Roger.
Roger, no problem whatsoever. If you go down frequency, you'll get the guy from England and another guy in Scotland. If you're down there, if they can work them, put the antenna to the northeast, you might get them. Okay, I'll let you go. See if you can catch some more stations. Pleasure talking with you. Hope the band stays good. I better pick my paper up here. I'll get your call out here. Okay. K0, Radio Whiskey, Bravo. Victor Echo 3, Fox Radio Radio. 73. Have a good one. Bye for now.
You bet. 73. Victor Echo 3, Fox Radio Radio. Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo. We'll say 73s. QRZ, any stations anywhere. Was there a Kilo Charlie 3 station again? Kilo Charlie 3?
Kilo Charlie 3, Golf Bravo Sierra.
Kilo Charlie 3, Golf Bravo Sierra. Jim, how are you doing this evening?
Yeah, I got you pulled up here on the live stream on YouTube, but unfortunately on my end, somebody just parked about 1K up from you, so it may be a little bit difficult all of a sudden, so that's what we got here. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's just my luck. It's just the way it works sometimes, but I've got no trouble hearing you in the receive here. There's a little noise on the band, a little QSB, but so far we've been able to pull everybody out really well there. Roger?
You're about 5'7", 5'8" here in Pennsylvania. Go ahead.
Well, I appreciate the 5 and 7, 5 and 8, and about the same in my receive as well. That's all it always takes. So you know, that makes a contact in my book. I appreciate you checking out the live stream, and hopefully you'll get a chance later to listen to it on the playback. Roger.
Yeah, Roger. I'm really I'm really anxious to hear what my radio sounds like. Yeah, just hooked up a new mic and everything, and trying to get the audio dialed in. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I certainly understand that. You could probably fast forward to about 28 minutes in. That's about the time that you give me a call, and then you'd have a good chance to listen to it from that point on. There, go ahead.
Roger, thanks for the information. Yeah, will do, definitely. We're hitting you about. You're hitting me about 5'9" now, but like I said, there's a guy about 1K up from you, and it's making it pretty difficult on this end. So I'm going to let you go. I'm going to let you make some more contacts, and I'm going to definitely check out the live stream. So 73s, have a great night.
No, thank you, Jim, for taking the time to give us a call. I really do appreciate it. And give a look, give a listen. And if you're interested about when we come out again, you can hit the little notification bell, and that'll let you know when we come live again, and you get a chance to work you again. That'd be great. In the meantime, have a great evening. Thanks, Sue, for the call there, and be safe and be well. Enjoy the rest of your week. Kilo Charlie 3 Golf Bravo Sierra, Kilowatt 0 Radio Whiskey Bravo 73, Jim.
73. Have a great night.
Okay, K0RWB QRZ. Any stations anywhere? Was there a Kilo Zulu 3 Tango question mark?
Kilo Zulu 8 Tango Delta Papa.
Well, I'm getting some static crashes. We'll work it here. I don't think it's right, but we're getting closer. Kilo Zulu 8 Kilo Tango Papa.
Quote, Kilo Zulu 8 Tango Delta Papa. Tango Delta Papa.
Okay, sorry about that. I'm hoping we're not getting any more storms this evening. This is going to make a long night for me. Kilo Delta 8 Tango Delta Papa. Got you that time, Terry. Thanks for giving us a call. The name here is Randy, and we're 35 miles east of downtown Kansas City, Missouri. Go ahead.
Roger, Randy. I've been listening to you for a few minutes, doing a few things around the shack here. I'm in Flint, Michigan.
Hey, Roger. Yeah, we got you pulled up on QRZ there. And that's where we kind of get a fairly good close idea where people are at. If I can type it in right and hear them, the logger usually does it pretty quick, much faster than in the old paper logs some years ago. So I'm getting a little dependent on the computer, but I've got to make sure I'm typing them right as well, Roger.
Yeah, that always helps out. I started out listening to you without the headphones on, but here just this last QSO, seems like you dropped down a little bit into the noise on me. I could still copy you and make you out fine.
Yeah, I don't know, again, what the condition of the band's going to be. It started off really well. I'm hoping it will continue that way, but, it's kind of like last night was the same way, Terry. It just kind of moved around and shook. You start off real strong and you drop out at the end, or it's real weak in the beginning and you come on gangbusters. We're still able to make contacts. That's the whole name of the game there, Roger.
Absolutely. I'm not doing a lot of parks on the air. Not activating, but hunting, and it's been bad these last few weeks for me. I keep remembering back here a couple years ago when I first started ham radio, all the stories of guys talking around the world on 5 and 10 watts. So hopefully that will arrive soon.
Yeah, Sun Cycle 25, when it ever really starts to kick into gear, I think they're really talking about it. It's going to be a good cycle again, and I hope that's true. It was really good back in 2016. We did the National Parks on the Air program, did a lot of activations, and really enjoyed the portable work. And you could really work quite well on 5 and 10 and even 20 watts. And then the bands just kind of dried up a little bit, at least in my part of the world. And so I'm thinking they're coming back a little bit. It's a little iffy. 20 hasn't been real good the last several days. So we started to come down here on 40 meters. Terry, we do a live stream during the week. and generally 20 meters, but it hasn't been good, so we come down here on 40, and we start about 7 o'clock Central for a few hours or until the band dies out or what have you. And last night was really a great night, lots of contacts, left some people that we weren't able to get to. I'm hoping that doesn't happen tonight. I'm hoping there's enough out there that everybody gets their chance as well. But we'll see how it works, but so far so good there, Roger.
Roger. Yeah, very cool. I've participated in a few of these before. A gentleman up in New York, I believe, and then another gentleman in Florida. My memory doesn't keep up with me too good these days. But yeah, it's very, very cool. To actually go to YouTube and hear you talking with somebody else live. Get my little 15 minutes of fame going.
Yeah, well. I guess, it's just an additional segment of amateur radio that in most cases we don't get because we don't have that many opportunities to really hear ourselves on the air. And in New York or Long Island would be KB2 UKA. That would be Doug. And down in Florida, you're probably talking about Alex, and that's Whiskey 7 Hotel Uniform. Alex, the one that kind of talked me into this. We've been doing this for about 12 weeks. And we've had a really great time. I met some wonderful people, some first-time operators, some people we haven't spoken with in years. A lot of great people that are on the live chat as well. And it's really been a really great community. And, so far, so good. We're having fun with it. And as long as other people as well, we'll continue doing it there, Roger.
Yep, absolutely. Like you said, another avenue for ham radio, which there are many. I just recently got into FT8 and FT4, and I'm pretty much am kind of enthralled on that. Although I've been told that even that's been lacking here just recently. Well, Randy, I'll let you go. Maybe you can squeeze a few more guys in there out there, so maybe you don't need some hanging. Brother, it was good talking to you. Great having a Q-show with you, and hopefully we can talk again soon. This is KZ8TDP. Back to you for your final, brother. 7-3.
Yeah, okay, Terry. Pleasure is all mine. Thank you for taking the time to stop by and give us a call. And I hope you will again at some point down the future. Again, we try to make this a kind of a routine during the week. We get interrupted from time to time, but that's the general idea, is to get out here. And if 40 meters keeps going like it has, we'll keep coming back here in the evenings. We seem to have a good time. So 7-3s, be safe and be well. Enjoy the rest of your week. Thank you for the call from Flint. And look forward to the next time that we get a chance to talk. So Kilo Zulu 8, Tango Bravo Papa, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo, 7-3s.
Roger, Randy. Did you get the call correct? Kilo Zulu 8, Tango Delta Papa.
Yeah, I meant to say Delta. It's on the log. I just didn't say it right. Sometimes the brains has a disconnect, but I've got you in there perfect there, Terry. Go ahead.
All right, that's very cool. I know you're calling me Terry, but it goes, well, maybe there's another Terry. All right, my friend, 7-3. Kilo 0, Romeo Whiskey Bravo. This is KZ8TDP. 7-3, buddy.
Okay, Terry. 7-3s. This is K0RWB, rain in Kansas City. Do we have any QRP portable or mobile stations? Let's check those real quick. Any QRP portable or mobile stations? Come with your call, please. We'll try one more time for any QRP, any portables or mobile stations. Come with your call. Okay, nothing heard. QRZ? Is there a Kilo Echo 1 station? Kilo Echo 1 again?
Yeah, Kilo Echo 0 station.
Kilo Echo Zulu, just stand by one if you would, please. The Kilo Echo 1 again. The Kilo Echo 1 more time, please. Okay, nothing heard. The Kilo Echo 0 station, come back with your complete call, please. Was it Kilo Echo 0 Zulu November Victor? Okay, Lyle, thanks for giving us a call. Was having a hard time making out the call there. It sounds like maybe you might got a little bit of a hot mic there. Go ahead. Yeah, okay, Lyle. Hey, if you're on the live stream, go ahead and mute that because it's coming across double, and I'm not sure if I'm talking to myself or talking to you there. So, if you get a chance, just hit the mute there on the YouTube live stream, and then you can play it back later. But yeah, it was just kind of hard to pull you out there, Lyle, because it sounded like the mic was a little bit hot. But if you had it turned down a little bit, probably hear you okay there. Go ahead.
Does this sound any better? Kilo Echo 0, November Victor.
Yeah, that's a lot better, Lyle. Appreciate that. And hey, thanks for giving us a call. And it looks like, well, you're pretty close. Either North Glen or Thornton. It's kind of my stomping grounds. We lived in Aurora for about 3 years. I got family in Fort Collins and spent 9 years in Colorado Springs. So we're a Front Range person as well there. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm...
Are you okay there? Go ahead.
You talked with my father last night. K0RWB. Tonight, I tried earlier, but just
that's a lot better. I
too
appreciate that.
noisy,
And,
QRM and all that. We were sounding great
looks like,
here into Thornton. Back to you there, Randy.
North Glen or
Yeah, Lyle, I can hear the playback when you're keying up. So if you've got some way of muting that, it's really kind of hard to figure out who I'm talking with there, Roger.
We were originally using a different mic on the Heil, so not totally sure why you would be hearing the playback. Maybe this is better. I'm not sure.
No, that sounds terrific. That sounds real good, Lyle. And you're 5'9" plus 5 here into the Kansas City area, so it sounds real good there. Just I could actually hear myself. I wasn't sure when we were starting or stopping, so at least this way we know where we're at there, Roger.
It may have been the way we have the monitor and radios hooked up. It may have been that doing it. We closed the stream on the one monitor, so that may have fixed it with that. But you're also 5'9" into here in Colorado.
Hey, Roger. Well, I had another QSO with another station last night from Thornton and one in Broomfield. So it's nice to hear that we're getting some contacts out of Colorado. It's usually a little tough area for us to get into, but it seemed to work real well with us last night. And like I said, we've got a good copy on you tonight as well, Roger.
Yep. Yeah, you did talk with my dad last night. So it's doing quite well. So, yep. You were saying, with that, what are you, in terms of running for a power supply? I was wondering if that was I heard that you had base station was an ACOM, but I'm not sure what the B station. What was the B station power supply?
Yeah, in Studio B, we're running an IC7300 transceiver with a Heil IMC microphone, and with the same 40-meter dipole that we used last night, we're tied in with both stations to the same antenna, and we're also running a 10-tech Hercules 2 amplifier, which is only doing about 500 on the peaks there. Go ahead, Lyle.
That's a great setup. Of course, we're also running the ICOM 7300s with our, I can't pronounce the name for the SWR power meter, our Daiwa, the CN1 and 9. But everything's working together. Hope to, in the next, hopefully after next week, we'll be able to get the text up in the air. So, do hope for that.
Yeah, well, that sounds great. I think of what your dad was saying last night, that you guys were in the process of getting it up in the air a little bit higher and getting it performing a little better as well. So this must be your night to work radio. Your dad's taking a night off there. Is that a Roger?
Well, we
we can, sometimes he's on, sometimes he's not. He was on a little bit, just when, finding when your signal became stronger for us, so I could do it. While I was waiting, I was on one of the Usenet yachts. That's on another, it's Echolink, so it isn't on the radio. But they do sometimes meet, but that's when good conditions are on the radio. But for right now, it's just primarily digital that isn't involving the radio. So that means technicians and generals could be there on the meeting. So, but yeah, I hope to get the dipole up a little bit too, and when we can for the hex, so the DXing machine. Back to you, Andy. Sorry.
Oh, that's great. Good for you. I have no doubt that between yourself and your dad, you guys will probably make lots of contacts. The hex beam works really well, and you're doing well here on 40 too. So a nice solid signal has been really good there at 5.9. So I'm glad to see that we're able to get into Colorado this evening, fairly early for me, but we'll let the band dictate what it'll do and what it won't. But anyway, Lyle, thanks for giving us a call, and tell your dad I did say hi. Saw him on the chat. I had to scroll down a little bit, and I see the comments there. So I kind of lost what the calls were. That's why I had a problem getting it pulled out. But anyway, we got you in there tonight. Got your dad last night, you tonight. So both of you sound great, and glad to see the equipment's working well for both of us. So I'll say 7-3. Thanks for giving us a call, and we'll look to work you and your dad again in the near future. So if you hear us out there, give us a call back. In the meantime, I'll say 7-3. You be safe and be well. Have fun out there. It's getting ready for spotter weather. I see that on your card, so we've got people around here doing that as well. You take care, and tell your dad I said hello. Kilo Echo 0 Zulu November Victor, Kilowatt 0 Radio Whiskey Bravo. 7-3, Lyle.
Yep, 73. Stay safe over there. Kilo Echo 0 Zulu November Victor.
Okay, QRZ, K0RWB. Any stations anywhere?
0 Mike Hotel Papa.
Charlie Mike.
The Hotel Papa station again, please. The Hotel Papa again.
Whiskey 0, Missouri Highway Patrol, Doug in Colorado Springs, Colorado. Good evening.
Kilo Charlie 9, India, Quebec.
Okay, boy. Whiskey 0, Missouri Highway Patrol. Well, that's a nice one. Well, as a zero call, you could have been from here at some time. Thank you, Doug, for giving us a call there. I do appreciate it. Again, the name here is Randy, 35 miles east of downtown Kansas City, but a former resident of Colorado Springs. Roger?
Roger, Randy. Yeah, my name is Doug. I have now the original W0 MHP, who I believe when I talked to him was in St. Louis back in the 70s. He's passed away, and I wanted to keep my MHP, so I got a vanity call in 2000. I dropped my Whiskey Baker, dropped the B, and anyway, I am located in Colorado Springs. I heard you talking to, I think, Bob up north of me. Couldn't hear him at all. I don't want to keep you very long. There's lots of stations calling you, Randy. I'm also trying to figure out where my RF is coming from that shuts down my computer when I'm running my 40-meter RV net on Monday mornings. Let me say 73 to you. Great signal. I'm running about 400 watts into a dipole myself. 7610 to an Ameritron ALS 600. The feed point 32 feet. Randy, thanks a bunch for returning my call. Let me again say everybody stay safe, well, and happy. And 73 from the W0 mental health patient. That's the one I really like.
Oh, that's terrific, Doug. Boy, you've got them all. You got them all covered. Well, that's terrific. Well, if you know where Palmer Park and Powers intersect, that little development, or on the other side of the Walmart, that's where old QTH is. There on a little street called Seven Arrow. And we still have the place there. It's rented out, of course. We get back a couple of times a year we do have friends that are just up the road there in Black Forest that used to be our neighbors, and we've also got some friends off of 83 a little bit farther up. So we do miss it. We do miss it. We don't miss the traffic, but we do miss everything else. But I appreciate you giving us a call, and I don't see a contact in the log, so thank you very much for the first one. And again, we're doing the live stream. If you're interested on listening to yourself on the air, you can go to my channel with my call sign on YouTube and listen to the playback about 46 minutes in, and you get a chance to hear yourself. It'd be kind of fun. So anyway, 7-3s, thank you for giving us a call, and hope to work you again. Don't get into Colorado Springs hardly at all. And I know there's lots of operators, so we do appreciate that very much. Whiskey Zero, Missouri Highway Patrol. Kilowatt Zero, red, white, and blue, Rainy, Kansas City, 7-3s.
Randy, a real quick one. I'm 1.5 miles north and east of the north portal of Palmer Park, Austin Bluffs Academy area. 73, Randy. Thanks again, and I'll put the call into Logbook of the World. Thanks for the contact, W0MHP.
Yeah, my pleasure. 7-3s. K0RWB, QRZ. Any stations, come back with your call. Kilo Charlie 9, big signal. If I can get it put in there. Kilo Charlie 9, India, Quebec, Kilo. Nice signal.
Hey, thanks here. I got you better than 5-9. Actually, you're 20 over in the Kokomo, Indiana there. Just heard your station in there, so I figured I'd try to throw my call out there real quick.
Yeah, no problem. The handler here is Randy, and we're 35 miles east of downtown Kansas City. And we're streaming live here on YouTube this evening, trying to make a few contacts here. Roger.
Hey, copy that there. Yeah, I'm just sitting here. I'm on my 1000 NP Mark V, and just running a straight radio, no power, nothing like that. Inverted V at about 70 feet in the air, so it does a pretty good job. I'm happy with it there.
Yeah, altitude is your friend, no doubt about it. Well, you've got a +10 signal into my receive, so definitely working for you. So I haven't had maybe but one other signal tonight about as strong as that, and he was a little bit farther away. So I'm glad to see that the band's long and short this evening there, Roger.
Hey, that's good to hear there. Yeah, I'm running about 50%, maybe 75% of my power on this thing, Mark V. So it does a good job. I'm happy with it. I've had it for a few months now as a one owner, and I got a heck of a deal on it, and basically I'm bringing new conditions still, so I'm really enjoying it there. Been making a lot of extra contacts with it, and just kind of learning it a little bit there. I had a Kenwood for years and decided I was going to upgrade a little bit this year, so I'm going to have to go back to you with a short one here, so the phone's ringing, so KC99QK.
Yeah, no problem, Cliff. Thanks for giving us a call. Yeah, grab that phone. A lot more important. I get it. That's okay. Do appreciate it. Thank you very much for giving us a call. Hopefully, a chance to work you again. We come out here on a continual basis. Now it's been in the evenings with the conditions a little bit better. So if you hear us again, give us a call. In the meantime, be safe and be well. Have a great week coming up. We'll say 7-3s. Kilo Charlie 9, India, Quebec, Kilo, Kilowatt Zero, Radio, Whiskey Bravo. 7-3s, QRZ. Any stations anywhere.
November 0, India.
Kilo India 5, November Foxtrot.
November 0, India, question mark.
November 0, India, Sierra Victor, Wayne. Another one from Colorado Springs. Over.
Okay, Wayne, in Colorado Springs. Well, now that's a little bit north, or do you have a Springs address? Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. I'm calling in November 0, India, Sierra Victor. Colorado Springs, located in Briargate. Over.
Oh, okay. You're a little bit north on Briargate. Yeah. Okay, good enough. Yeah, I gotcha. I know where that is as well. When we moved down in that direction in 91 or 92, there was Powers, and on the east side of Powers was nothing but prairie ground. Well, you know what it's like now. So, yeah, it's nice to it's kind of nice to see it grow, but not even think it grow that much. But so you're probably fairly close to the Chapel Hills Mall there, Roger.
Yeah. I heard you talking to Doug, so I thought I would jump in there and and I give my 2 cents running the IC 7300 85 watts to end-fed dipole of about 30 feet. Over.
Yeah, I copied the end fed, and yeah, the wattage as well. So yeah, it's working. Again, I had 2 contacts in the Denver area, Thornton and Broomfield last night, and I get 2 in Colorado Springs tonight. So it's nice to see the band is, at least for me, reaching out to Colorado. Always enjoy making contacts there, and we don't get that much of an opportunity from time to time, but we sure enjoy getting the contacts when we can. Wayne, there, go ahead.
Yep, roger that, roger. I was born and raised here. Been here since 1960, Louis.
Oh, okay, fine business. Yeah, we were up in Aurora from 88 till 92, and then we moved down to the Springs at 92, and we left in 2002 back here to the Kansas City area, work-wise, of course. But we did keep the house there in the Springs, and it's rented out continually since the time we've left there. Roger. Well, we do try to come back at least 2 or 3 times a year, and we've got friends that live up in the Black Forest. We've always got a place to stay, and we've got some other friends that live in Cascade, and we have family in Fort Collins. So it's just a matter of getting the time to get out there. Roger.
Roger that. Yeah, Fort Collins.
Yeah, it's a little bit north for me. I kind of like Denver south, down even the Pueblo and then the Trinidad area. And, of course, everybody likes to drive over Raton Pass. That's always been my favorite in years past. But, the northern part, yeah, it's okay. The weather's a little bit different up there, than what I think it is in Denver and the Springs. A lot of the storms just go over top of the Springs because of the situation with the mountains. But, again, it's still a great place to visit. It's always nice to be able to go back to it as well. Roger?
Roger that. Well, Denver is so big now, I can walk up there pretty easy. I have yet to get lost here in the Springs, but I do have my GPS in the vehicle. Over.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so. Again, I think the word got out years ago what a nice place it is, and that's why it's really attracted people. We enjoyed our time there, and we still have opportunities to go back. It's like most places. When they're that nice to go to, people don't want to leave, and a lot of people make routes there. I certainly get it. The Front Range has certainly changed. I'm not to tell you, the time you've been there, you've seen a big change, I'm sure, on the Front Range. But it's still a great place to visit, and it's a great place to grow up as well. Roger.
Yeah, Roger. M0I speaker ID. Okay, real quick. I remember back when Platt Avenue, circle, turned into a dirt road. Over.
Well, I see you just got a head start on me. I don't remember that, but you were there just a little sooner than I was. But, yeah, I can certainly understand that. It used to be nothing north of Mark Shuffle either, but that all changed. And Woodman the same way. So, now Falcon and some other towns have all kind of merged together. It won't be long before they get to Peyton. It'll all be one place. I hope that's not the case, but it wouldn't surprise me if that happened. So we'll keep our fingers crossed. Again, we always come to visit. We can always leave if we have to, but we just got to get used to the traffic a little bit more than what we have here. So that's really the downside. Roger.
All right, sounds good. Well, I won't hold it. I'm sure there's others that want to talk to you, so I just want to jump in. Like I said, I heard Doug, and I haven't talked to him in years, but I guess he's still around. So I'll say 73. And nice to talk to you. This is November 0, India, Sugar Victor, Colorado Springs.
Hi, Wayne.
Oh, okay, Wayne. You guys can have at it there when I get... Nice to hear you both. Hey, 73's Wayne. Thanks for giving us a call. Another one in Colorado Springs. Made my night. November 0, India, Sierra Victor, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo. 73's. And QRZ. Any station anywhere. QRZ.
Kilowatt Charlie 2, Echo Sierra.
I'm going to try it again here. Just barely able to pull you out of the noise. maybe I can rotate this stationary Forder-Meter dipole, Armando. Kilo Charlie 2 Echo Echo Sierra. Go ahead.
Hello, Randy. Good to hear you again. You're 5'9" in New York. Beautiful signal there, over.
Yeah, well, like back to you there, brother. 5'9" plus. I'll say 5'9" plus 1. How's that?
Okay, you've got a very accurate meter. Okay. Thanks for the 5'9" plus 1. You're still a solid 5'9". I'm not giving you plus 1, over.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, I know how it works. I'll get mine at some point. Well, that time you were almost a plus 3, so I'm going to say 2.75 is where you're at. But I'm glad that you got time. Hopefully you finished down at the community grill and you're back at the house there, Roger. Did you put another coin in the jukebox, Armando, or did you not able to key there?
Hang on, I hit the wrong button. Randy. You still there?
Well, I am now. I just thought you need to put another quarter in the jukebox there. Go ahead.
Yeah, hang on. I hit the wrong button. Here on this side. All the software. You hit the wrong button. You actually turn it off instead of transmit, over.
Well, you can do either way. I'm going to continue making contacts, but if you want to shut it down, I can totally understand.
Okay, well, I just wanted to reach out and say hello. Yeah, sorry about that, Randy. I literally hit the wrong button. And I shut down the interface here, and that was the pause. So that's what happens when you're working remotely. But again, you're a great signal here, and I'm watching. I'm not listening, but I am watching your YouTube channel there, over.
Oh, terrific! So you can see Studio B. Well, that's great. Hey, I'm glad to see that the NFED is working. So I think you picked the right one there, Roger.
Yeah, that's what I'm using. I'm using the NFED. And yeah, I'm glad it's working again. I was not expecting it to work this well with you, because it's oriented from north to south. So, well, the loads go in every which direction. In different bands, it goes in different directions. But at least it's working, Randy, over.
No, I think it's great. Again, I know there's a difference in audio from when you're sitting in the shack from where you're at right now. And that's just with the microphone, but otherwise the signal has been as good as it always has. I know you're stronger on 20. I think we both are, but a good solid 5'9". Most of the stations have been really good tonight, so I'm glad to see the band is relatively long, and we've had some shorter contacts as well. So it's running up to be just like last night, which was a lot of fun, Roger.
I've got my Bose headset on here, connected to my laptop, and you just sound terrific. I mean, it's armchair copy. So yeah, this is just the built-in mic. By the way, the last time I spoke to you, you mentioned that my audio was like kind of muffled or whatever, and it turned out I was using the my Bose headset that goes with my iPhone. And that has a built-in mic, obviously, into the cord. Whereas here, I'm using the built-in mic in the laptop. So, and I was surprised you gave me such a lousy report, because you're very finicky. But I realized why, because I was using my iPhone headset versus right now I'm just using the laptop. Not to say any better, any worse. But now I understand why I was kind of perplexed, but I finally figured out why you gave me the honest report there, over.
Yeah, well, it sounded like you just got closer to it, because all of a sudden we started to get a little bit more fidelity out of it. So, again, that's just something to play with. I'm not looking forward to doing it on my side. I just don't know what to expect, but at some point I'm going to have to cross that bridge. Kind of like what you're doing now, and if I can get it to work half as well as what you're doing, I'll feel pretty good, Roger.
No, I mean, you sound terrific. Well, like for example, the microphone on this laptop, I also discovered it. Normally, on my old laptop, it was on the base of near the keyboard. And in this new laptop, there are two microphones built into the top of the display where the camera is. So right on each side of the camera, there are two little pinholes, and that's where the stereo microphones are.
Oh, okay. Well, that would make it a little easier to use a different type of a microphone setup if you wanted to. So that does give you some flexibility. I didn't really know that was the case, but glad to know that because I'll probably run across that as well. Roger.
Roger. Well, again, I'm still experiencing this remote operation and which sounds better, worse, whatever. But anyway, all right, I won't hold you. Great signal, Randy, as always. Have fun tonight, and we'll talk soon. Kilowatt 0, red, white, and blue from Kilo Charlie 2, Echo Sierra.
Yeah, it sounds good, Armando. Hope you don't have any issues in the morning getting out, and hope you get settled when you get back in, and look forward to working you later on in the week, of course, whether it's here or back on 20. So anyway, I know you've got an early flight, so get you some sleep, and look forward to talking with you later. But thanks for giving us a call tonight. I'm glad we were able to hook up there. Kilo Charlie 2, Echo Sierra, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo. 7-3s, Armando.
73, Randy. Bye-bye.
Roger. 7-3s. QRZ, K0RWB, any stations anywhere?
Kilo 6,
K0RWB, K4SPL, South Carolina.
I got a Kilo 6 station, and there was a Kilo 4. I'll get you after that. The Kilo 6 station, come back with your call, please.
Good evening from Kilo 6 America, Zulu Bravo, Kilo 6 always 0 beat. This is Larry in Southern California. Go ahead.
Okay, Larry. Hey, thanks for giving us a call. Again, the name here is Randy. We're 35 miles east of downtown Kansas City, Missouri. And we're also live streaming on YouTube this evening there. Go ahead.
Yeah, we're good, Randy. I've been reading the mail for some time here. So I'll definitely go check out the main the replay of the stream for sure. Running the I'm sorry, I do have a Kenwood, but this is the newly acquired MT 1000 MP Mark V with a higher mic, and I just wanted to tell you that your 7300 with that ICM, the audio is very transparent. It sounds very, very nice, and I wanted to be able to tell you that. So, actually, about 2-0, red, white, and blue from Kilo 6, always 0 beat, correct?
Oh, I appreciate that, Larry. Thank you so much. And you've got nice audio in my receive as well. Yeah, I think we got lucky. It seems to be a good match between the microphone and the 7300. Of course, we did just a few little changes with the mic gain and just a little bit of processing, and it seems to match up really good. And when I hear the playbacks, it does sound like me. It doesn't sound distorted or a little overdriven or what have you. So that's a good thing to know. We try to be a good steward of radio, and we want to stay within the limits, of course. But yeah, I'm glad to see that the band is starting to go a little long. This first contact into California. We've just finished in New York on the remote side, so we're going coast to coast. There are many times, Larry, when it's really nice to be central U.S. there, Roger.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. Yeah, you're doing a great job, and I just happened to be listening when you first started out, and I'm kind of trying to get in there until now, but I won't hold it. But I just wanted to make a quick contact here with you, and I'll let you know that you got a great sound and signal at 7300. If I can ever find somebody who wants to make a trade, I would trade this FT 1000 MP Mark V for that, because it's got a much smaller footprint, but it has great audio. So, and I am an audio nut from
myself besides being a nut. I'm an audio nut. There you go. Well, thank you very much, Randy, for the contact, and all the best to you and yours out there in Missouri. 73, and you take care. Back to you there. K0, red, white, and blue. That's easy for me to remember. Always will be K6AZB in Southern California. Go ahead.
Okay, Larry, that's great. Boy, if you'd have said it was a Mark V Field Edition, I'd give you a trade. But just the MP, I got to have that Field Edition there, Roger.
Oh yeah, Roger. Yeah, this is the Mark V. I don't know if the Mark V, adds anything, but I sure like it. I get the extra 3 dB with the extra 100 watts, so I'm running 200 watts and just into a conversion fee at about 30 feet.
No, it's definitely working. We do have a little QSB. There's some noise on the band, and I'm starting to hear a little bit more static crashes. We had the same thing last night as well, but we were able to get through it fairly well, and so we didn't really let it stop us. We got to take a pause here and there between the crashes, of course, to pull signals out. I appreciate your patience standing by and listening to copying the mail, and I'm glad we got a chance to get in here this evening. We try to do this on a routine basis. Sometimes things get in the way, but I think the way 20 meters has been the last 4 or 5 days, we're going to start switching down here to 40 meters in the evening. It seems to be a little bit calmer, and we can make a lot of contacts and have a great time doing so there, Roger.
Roger, Randy. Okay, well, great. Well, thanks for the contact for sure, and we've been hamming for over 50 years. Started out when I was younger, but it just warms my heart when I hear these young folks at 9 and 14 getting their extra. It's pretty doggone exciting, and when you start out that early, you got a lifelong hobby for sure. Love this hobby. Okay, Randy, well, listen, I won't hold you, but again, thanks so much, and I like your hex name and your web page as well. Here's a red, white, and blue from sunny, well, not so sunny right now, just sun is going down, from Southern California in Menifee. This is K6AZB.
Okay, Larry. Hey, thanks again for giving us a call, and look forward to having another QSO in the near future. Again, we try to get out here on a continual basis. If you hear us again, stop in and give us a call again, and we'll kind of see what's going on in your world. But in the meantime, be safe and be well. Enjoy the rest of your week, and thanks for the contact into Southern Cal. I look forward to working you again. Kilo 6 Alpha Zulu Bravo, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo. 73's, Larry.
73.
Okay, there was another station right after that. I believe it was a Whiskey 4 Sierra Papa Lima. Is that correct? Come back with your call to verify.
Kilo 4 Sierra Papa Lima, still in South Carolina.
Oh, so it was Kilo 4. My mistake. I thought it was Whiskey 4. Kilo 4 Sierra Papa Lima. Is that a Roger?
That's a Roger there. Yeah, I heard you on YouTube. I'm looking at you on your YouTube feed as we speak.
Okay, Steve. I appreciate that. Hey, thanks for hanging in there. You guys were so close, but I was able to pull out both calls, but he just got you at the wire, so to speak. So I wanted to go ahead and try to get that in, and I'm glad you stuck around. And, hey, thanks for giving us a call there this evening. I do appreciate it. Yeah, again, the name here is Randy, and it looks like you found us on the YouTube channel. We appreciate that. We'll give you a nice little wave there. I'll look at the meter next time around, but no problems hearing you that time, Roger.
Static pressure getting kind of tough down here, and I'm losing you. But enjoyed the contact there, Randy, and maybe we'll catch you again later on. Conditions will be a little bit better. Kilo 4 Sierra Papa Lima, South Carolina.
Okay, Steve, I appreciate it there. Hopefully the bands will cool off for us. We'll have a chance to have a little longer QSO for sure, but we'll get you in a log. I had you at that time a good 5 and 7. No problems at all. 7-3s, enjoy the rest of your night. You take care. Kilo 4 Sierra Papa Lima, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo. 7-3s.
Well, we're starting to pick up now. You're up 20 over S9 here now. Excellent signal here now.
Well, sometimes it's just patience. That's all it is, Steve. Roger?
Roger. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see you got me in the call book. I answer better than Phil. I'm going to go by the middle name. Hotel Leader Lima. But anyway, I see you've already told me up there. But anyway. All right, good enough, man. It seems to be doing a bit better there. I just took a bit wire Sunday afternoon and turned on radio and I turned on 5 months, so I guess it's a good thing. Heard you said you have a 7300. I'm trying to replace my 7100, 7300 here shortly.
Oh, good for you. Yeah, this is Studio B, I guess you call it. We have Studio A and Studio B. I didn't name them. We had somebody else out there on the live chat that did that a couple of weeks ago. In this location, we do have the 7300. We're tied into the same antenna for both locations, so we're running a 40-meter dipole off the side of the tower at about 38 foot, and we're running an old 10-tech Hercules 2 solid-state amp, which is doing between 450 and 500 on peaks. Roger?
Okay, very well. Well, I've just the inside halfway. The high end of it's only 20 feet, and running a barefoot 7100 icon here, and peaks are hitting 75, 80 watts. So, doing pretty good there. Taking halfway across the country.
Yeah, again, the band is getting kind of real wavy. It's moving around a little bit, I think, and just a little bit more QSB we didn't have earlier. We're still able to make contact. Signals have been relatively strong, even with the noise. So we're gonna keep going, I think, at this point. But we'd like to have perfect conditions, but that doesn't always happen. But you did come up quite a bit. So you were good 5 and 9 the last 2 go rounds. So at least the band calmed down a little bit for us there, Roger.
All right, very well. Enjoy the contest. Start take a dive here when we can begin. So enjoy the match. We'll again here later on. K4, South Carolina.
Yeah, okay, Steve. Appreciate it. Thank you for standing by, and I'm glad we did get a chance to work here real quick. And hoping we'll get a chance to do it again. I look forward to it. And if you hear us out there, by all means, give us a shout back. We look forward to it as well. Kilo 4, Sierra Papa Lima, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo 73. And K0RWB, K0RWB, any stations anywhere? Is that Mark out there, Alpha Alpha 1 India Alpha? Well, don't forget to put it on amp 2 there, Roger.
I noticed you had a nice display out there today. Audio. Look at my audio. I love it. RWB.
Yeah, it's a third-party software that we bought a couple of months ago that we were using primarily on the live stream here on the 7300. And yeah, if you open it up a little bit and expand it, it can give you a really nice display. Not quite, the Yaesu doesn't allow you to really make that much bigger. Here I can actually open it up a little bit. So yeah, it's kind of nice to see it on the display. Didn't need all the other chatter on there, so to speak. So we kind of took that away and kind of simplified things. But every once in a while, it's nice to mix it up there. Go ahead.
That should only get worse as the summer goes on over.
Yeah, I think so. It sounds as though at least the last 20 minutes or so that I'm starting to hear just a little bit more static crashes in the background. And there's a lot of activity on the band tonight. I can certainly see that on the waterfall. So that's a good thing. I'd like to get rid of some of this QSB and QR Nancy, but again, we got to work with the conditions that we get. But your signal's still about the same, even if it was last night, 5 and 6 and 7, holding steady there. So not much difference even with the crashes. Roger.
Just because it's just much better. I've got all kinds of received use on. I'm on amplifier shows that I can crank it way up on the RF gain and then back it on down to my favorite position. And then I throw a little bit of the VC tune. I think you guys got a VC tune on yours also. A little bit of a noise blinder, and it's pretty good. It does you justice, my friend. Over.
Yeah, we can narrow it down pretty well. I mean, you don't get rid of all of it, but you get rid of a major portion of it, and I've got no problems with that. So again, it's the crashes that kind of take out some of the audio, but for the most part, everything has been copied at this point. Roger.
Even though it's clear sky out here, there must be some kind of activity going on somewhere, man, because the static is outrageous. So 73, my friend, always quite a surprise tonight. I didn't expect to hear you. I just sat down to the radio and turned it on, and whoa, there he is. All right. So you have a good day. God bless, and 73 is K0RWB. This is a 1IA Daytona Beach.
Okay, Mark. Yeah, always a pleasure. Thanks for hanging in there and giving us a call again tonight. Appreciate it. I wish we had better conditions, but it is what it is. We made contact, and I know there are lots more to come. So clear skies, but we got some weather somewhere. I haven't looked at the weather lately, so I'm not really sure. But it's getting closer. It seems like, and it's getting noisier here on my side. So 7-3's Mark, be happy to work you. Give us a call there. Alpha 1, the India Alpha, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo, 7-3s.
Talk to you soon, Randy, 7-3.
Okay, K0RWB, QRZ. Any stations come back with your call?
Kilowatt 2, Radio X-Ray.
Kilowatt 2, Radio X-Ray.
Kilowatt 2, Radio X-Ray. Good evening, Randy.
Well, good evening. There was a nice signal to work with. I don't have to strain quite as hard. Hey, Phil, thanks for giving me a call. Again, the name here is Randy. You're 35 miles east of downtown Kansas City, Missouri. And we're also streaming live on YouTube. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. We spoke about back in March. I was the guy in the Mobile with the big audio, and you made a comment on it, and I was dialing around tonight. And I heard your voice, and I said, that awfully sounds like Randy. I got to stick around and see if that's him. You're a good 5'9" here tonight, and about 10 dB over. Roger?
Oh, I do remember that, Phil. I surely do. Not many people that have a hard mount like you do on the mobile. Yeah, we had one on March 18th on 20 and March 24th. On 20 as well, and I believe you were driving in both times. So were you on the road again, or are we in the shack?
No, I'm sitting in the shack right now. The working conditions here are an ICOM. This radio is a 7300 and 80-meter off-center fed up about 50 feet. QSL?
Well, it's definitely working. Yeah, I've got the picture of your shack there pulled up, so it's on the stream, so everybody gets a chance to look at that terrific shack. And I like the mic over in the corner, the old D104. I'm just taking a guess here, but it looks like either 746, 756 Pro. Is that a Roger?
Yeah, that's the 756 Pro. That's got the D104 attached to it. That hooks up. That's set up on a vertical, a 43-foot vertical outside, and that microphone has been altered with a dynamic element and rewired, so that sounds pretty good. And the 7300's there, and then I also have an older rig, my first rig. It's not hooked up. It's an old ICOM 725, which we do use once in a while, let's say on field day or something. But yeah, this is a dynamic mic. This is one of those, I call it the wonton special. Pretty cheap. It has a little 48-volt power supply that powers the element, I guess, and I'm using a foot pedal to transmit. Roger?
I think that's great. No, it's terrific. And, nice to work in when you don't have four wheels underneath you. So that's terrific. I always concerned about talking with mobiles because I don't want them to get distracted because of talking with me. And I know a lot of times I think you're sitting at your shop or what have you. I think that was the case. At least one time I think you said you were at the shop, but you were taking a break and were on the rig. But, yeah, it's nice to work in the shack. That's pretty cool. And again, it sounds real good. So it's really nice. It's like a brand new contact all over again. Roger?
Yes, sir. You sound really good too. I tell you, really booming. And you came up to about 20 over. There's a lot of crashing and static crashing going on here. A lot of noise. So the bands have been, I gotta say, terrible lately. 20 meters. And although I did work Serbia yesterday out of the Mobile. That was pretty interesting. That was a good contact, but it's just been spotty, and I don't know. I hope things are going to get better. We're supposed to be in cycle 25 here, so I wish it would start happening pretty quick. But anyway, this is a simple setup. The 7300, I'm running 100 watts. And it's one of my antennas that I make. It's an off-center fed, and I really got into getting them set up for, and playing with the dimensions and the right balance, the right ferrites and everything. And we spent about, I don't know, got to be almost a year rewinding and lifting antennas up, checking them, bringing them back down, and we finally came up with, took about 7 or 8 tries. And then we tuned up the feed point. And there's about 6 of these out there right now. I made a bunch for the club members, and everybody's real happy with them. Roger?
Oh, I think that's great. I think it's great. And, what a great way to kind of pay it forward, so to speak. And, and I'm sure they really do appreciate it. And when something works, you want to get it out there. I certainly understand that as well. And I'm very, very glad that you said static crashes. I thought it was just me here, but if you're getting it out there as well, it seems like a little bit bigger storms than I thought. The band has not been good on 20, and that is very true. I will say this, though. Last couple of nights here on 40 meters has been wonderful, Phil. Last night was tremendous. I mean, from coast to coast, and the same way tonight. You're not that far from New York. We worked Southern Cal a while ago. We worked down in Florida and everything in between. If you can get past some of the noise in the QSB, it's still a great night there, Roger.
Yep, yes, sir. I just had dinner a few minutes ago and relaxing a little bit, and I'm going to have maybe a little dessert, something light, And I come in and I flip on the rig and see what's going on, and dial around. Usually things around here are pretty quiet on the local repeaters. We have 5 machines. And they stay pretty quiet at nighttime. This is everybody thinks of New Jersey as, you know, like Newark. But look, I'm about 65 miles west of Newark here, and I'm real close to the Pennsylvania border. So pretty much it's farming up here. You know, a lot of there's some cattle, and there's a big dairy farm up the road, and guys do mostly hay or soybeans and stuff. So things close down here around 7:30, 8 o'clock. It's kind of, you got to drive 20, 25 miles to get anything. But you know what? We like that, you know, Randy. So I don't complain, and it's pretty laid back. It's better than the mayhem heading towards the city. In fact, I think the last time I was over there was maybe 2-3 years ago, and I really don't plan on going back. There's just nothing there for me. I used to do a lot of stuff for those guys over in the city. There's a lot of work there, but it just got the tolls, the traffic, everything is just prohibitive, you know. You got to basically charge double, and it's terrible. Plus, I'm knocking on 70, so you know, I'm looking at things a little differently. I'm trying to get into some of this other stuff I'm doing and finish that car that you saw on my K0RWB page. I'm working on that right now. But that's what's going on. Nothing serious, and that's about it. So I'll send it back over to you. K0RWB from Kilo 2 Radio X-Ray.
Well, I'm glad you're staying busy, Phil. But you know, it's like any other thing. Don't forget about the radio too. So if you can get some time in here and there, don't forget to give us a call. Always enjoy working you, because the mobile station sounds so good. You know, and it doesn't waver. That's the thing, is it's just a solid signal. And your shack is the same way. Your QTH air is working well. I would venture to guess you're probably not too far from Glen Garden, or maybe down by Spruce Run Recreation Area, Roger.
Oh yeah, Spruce Run is 2 miles down the road, and then there's another reservoir down further that's called Round Valley, which is a created reservoir. And it's very deep, 385 feet, I think. But yeah, Spruce Run is right down the road from us, and it's beautiful. There's an event there every year that they have called the Triathlon, and we do the communications as a club. That's a lot of fun to do, and yeah, it's very nice out here. It's very laid back. You know, I enjoy it. I come from a small town about 20 miles east, and even that I wouldn't enjoy now, I don't think, you know. So that's about it. So Randy, I'm looking at your last name. Do you have any relatives out here?
Not that I'm aware of. I think they were all central U.S., Arkansas, up through this location, and I believe there was some over in Oklahoma, but I'm not aware of anything in your part of the country.
Yeah, the QSL. I have a friend, Bob, with the last name, and he claims he's related to the infamous John Wilkes, you know, the guy that took the Lincoln out. I don't know. Maybe that's just whatever. He's a good guy. But anyway, listen, the girlfriend just walked over and gave me a wave through the open door here, so that means we're going to have a little chocolate chip mint ice cream. So that's what I'm going to do. And it's a pleasure to talk to you. The station sounds great. By the way, I know you're not on the hex beam. What antenna are you running?
This is a 40-meter dipole that's on the side of the tower, about 38 foot. We're in what they call Studio B tonight. That's the 7300 with the dipole. The mic's a Heil ICM that's matched up with the radio, and then the amplifier's an old Ten-Tech Hercules 2, doing just about 450 to 500. Roger.
Yeah, QSL, those are nice amps. I'm looking right now for an ICOM IC2KL. I have the tuner, the AT500. And it'll come my way eventually. I missed one on eBay about 2 months ago. I missed it by $7. It hooks up. It's compatible with the 7300 in the respect that it will follow you on band changes as well as the tuner. So it's a solid state amp, nice amp. And I guess, you know, stuff like that is getting hard to find. So, but you know what? It'll happen. It'll come when I'm not looking for it. That's the way I having a drive. But anyway, Randy, I'm going to go check out your live stream when I come back. But you have a great evening. It's a pleasure. And, you know, if you ever hear me on, please throw your call out. I do get in here in early mornings. I'm one of these up at 5 a.m. guys. I've been doing it for 50 years, so what the heck, you know? And I dial around. There's a lot of good action on 40 meters down in this area. 7150, 7160, a lot of guys from Australia and stuff on in the mornings. And they've been coming up lately pretty good. You know, the signals are real good, especially when you start hitting the gray line. So, whatever. Anyway, have a great night, Randy. I'll put you in the log again, and a pleasure. Take care of yourself. God bless, and we hope to talk real soon. K0RWB, K2RRX.
Okay, Phil, that's great. I appreciate it very much. And, yeah, like I said, nice to work you in the shack for the first time, and I'm sure we'll have many more as well. If not, I know you'll hit me up in the mobile, so not a problem. You take care, and thanks again. Be safe and be well. Enjoy the rest of your week. Look forward to working you again. No problem at all. Kilo 2, Romeo X-ray, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo. 7-3s, Phil.
7-3s, Randy. Take care.
Okay, this is K0RWB. We're going to take a short standby for a quick computer change. This is K0RWB. We'll be back in just a few VQSX. Okay, this is K0RWB, Randy, Kansas City, KRZ. Any other stations? Come back with your call.
RWB, if you can hear me, this is Kilowatt 2 Bravo London United. Kilowatt 2 Bravo London United near Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Yeah, okay, Zach, no problem at all. Thank you for giving us a call. Had a small computer glitch that we had to get rectified. Yeah, thanks for giving us a call. Again, the name here is Randy, 35 miles east of downtown Kansas City. We're also live on YouTube. Well, at least for a second. But, yeah, nice signal as that got you in there real well up in the Fort Lauderdale area there, Roger.
Very good. You said you're in Kansas City?
Yes, sir. We're 35 miles east of downtown KC. We're on the I-70 corridor out in the country. But if I give you the town, you'd shake your head and say, what? So we just give a mile and where the big town is, Roger.
Oh, that's good. I've had too many watts in my life already, so thanks for sparing me. Well, I'm hearing you fine. There is some noise on the band down here from static crashes. Normally my noise floor on this band is an S3, but it's about a 5 or a 6. But you were clocking in on that last transmission as an S9, so no problem. Tell me about your station, if you don't mind. Over.
Yeah, no problem. This is what we call Studio B. Someone else named it for me. In this location, we're running an IC7300 with a Heil ICM microphone. The antenna is a 40-meter dipole. It's on the side of the tower, about 38 foot. And the amplifier is an old 10-tech Hercules 2. That's between 450 and 500 watts. Here, go ahead.
Very good. Well, I like that you're not running a lot of compression, if any, because I'm not hearing any, so that's good. If I may make a quick comment, you probably could use a little more treble because those higher ICM microphones, I know a few people that use them. I use them myself on the 7300. It's a nice microphone, but you have to minus the bass because there's so much bass. But the way you have it set up, it sounds nice, but it's a little, you could use a little bit more articulation in the high end, just so you know.
Yeah, we've heard that quite a bit, and we went back to the stock mic, and then went back to this microphone, trying to make a few changes here and there, and we never quite get it set the way we'd like it. It kind of moves around a little bit, but we'll look at making the change. Of course, again, what it sounds like in the headphones is never what it sounds like on the air, of course, and I'm glad to take the input, Roger.
Oh, yeah. Well, I always listen with headphones. I like the signal close to my ear. I'm using 7506 Sony's. They're very accurate, and it sounds very mellow. I like mellow audio. I don't know if you can tell, but you could use a little more articulation. I think if you went up one on the treble, that would do the trick for you, and everybody would be happy.
Well, they say you can't make everybody happy, so you got to do what's in your best interest. At least that's what my wife tells me anyhow. But no, I was just going to make a comment about the audio, but you beat me to it. And yeah, it does sounds really good here in the receive as well. And one of the better signals I've had tonight in Florida. So pipeline conditions are calming down. I won't complain. But it is nice to hear a good signal there, Roger.
Yeah, very good. Are you running any compression there? Is it off? Is it 1 or is it 2? I wouldn't imagine you're doing any more than 2 because you sound very clean. A lot of people with 7300s run too much compression. I don't like it. It makes it sound like a CB radio. Do you have compression 1 or 2 on?
No, we run no compression. We just let the microphone and the radio do their thing.
Well, that's why you sound so clean. All the more reason you can up that treble 1. It sounds like you're either on 0 or 1 on the treble. You can go up to 2 or 3 without it starting to sound chintzy, but no more than that.
Well, that's good to know. I appreciate that. And again, I try to, at least at the end of the live streams, I'd like to listen to the playbacks. One, maybe to pick some things up and kind of see where the audio is at that time. So that's something that I'll be able to listen to and make those changes there, Roger.
Yeah, well, it's your radio. I've had the radio for many years. I'm into audio, and like I said, you sound mellow. It's nice rag chew. But if you got any lower than you are now, it starts to become difficult to hear you because you need that little extra punch, just a hint. I want to reach out over to your radio and put one more treble on there. That's what I want to do.
Well, I appreciate that. I think I'd have to go back and look, but I think it's a +5 already.
Well, I told you this. So what you would have to do is then minus the bass 1. If you can't go one way, go the other way. I found that those higher microphones work best if you're like at least a -2 or a -3 to get a good balance.
Yeah, I've heard that. We had a Zoom call a week ago Saturday with Bob Heil. He spoke to a group of us and did a nice presentation, and it's one of the things that was brought up, of course, which is generally the main topic anyhow. And he did mention because he had some inputs on the 7300 on the audio side, and he mentioned the same things that you did as well. And so we gave him some different scenarios, and he gave us some really good answers. So we've made a few changes, and we hope it'll go in the right direction, Roger.
All right, very good. Well, I'll leave you with this. If you truly are running no compression, which I have no reason to doubt you, kudos to you. But you can use compression 1 and get more torque power, and it won't sound any less clean. I know that for a fact. If you are on treble 5, then I would back down the bass 1 more, and that would put you in the sweet spot from what I'm hearing. And I'm very, very picky. I was an audio engineer, and I worked at ABC and CNN for camera and audio and microwave truck transmission, and I have a recording studio, and like I said, I appreciate nice audio. That's why I wear headphones. And I'm not crazy about wearing headphones when I come across audio that's distorted and overdriven. So that would be my recommendation. It's your radio, but I'm just giving you my educated perspective, and we all have one, but mine is correct.
No, I appreciate that. And again, nothing is ever set in stone. You know, changes are always. I mean, is there a shack ever finished? I don't think so. At least mine's have never been. So it's always a work in progress. And again, I'll make a few changes and see what I get from other stations out there. But no, I appreciate that very much. And again, we worked back in January. It looks like the 27th up on 20, and so it was nice to get a chance to work again here this evening. Really do appreciate you giving us a call, Roger.
Okay, very good. And I apologize for being anal about it, but I'd like to try to help people sound the way I want them to sound. That's basically what it comes down to. Anyway, I'm using a piece of outboard gear here right now that I reincorporated in line. Oh, I didn't tell you what I'm using right now. I'm using a Kenwood TS850. Yes, the old Kenwood TS850 and the DSP100 external piece of equipment. I'm running the Electro Voice RE27 microphone, and that's going into a little Mackie mixer that I'm utilizing to boost my RE27 because it's a low impedance microphone, so that's acting as a preamp. Plus I'm getting a little bit of reverb out of the Mackie mixer, and then that's going into a very basic Behringer parametric 12-band parametric equalizer. And what I did yesterday was I went into my closet and I found an outboard compressor that I used for a while that I wanted to put back in line. So that's back in line right now. So I'm using the compressor back in line about 10 dB. And I'm putting out about a kilowatt into my 14-foot MFJ whip on the ground. So that's what I'm using. So I guess my question to you is, does it sound like I have too much compression? Does it sound balanced and good?
It sounds very good in my receive. My headphones, I wear them as well, and yeah, it sounds really good to me. Again, there is a little noise on the band, but otherwise, I hear nothing but you, and that's the idea there, Roger.
Yeah, well, that's good. Yeah. Okay, well, thank you for the report and the QSO, and stay safe and happy and dry in Kansas City. Hopefully springtime will be springing up very soon for you, and the less than stellar weather will dissipate, and you'll have a nice, happy spring and summer.
Well, I do appreciate it. I think it's coming. It's inevitable at some point. The weather and stuff can only hold on for so long, but we certainly understand. It's going to do its thing, and we just kind of work through it day by day. And when days are getting longer, temperatures are coming up. So I got up this morning, had coffee, so it's all been a win-win so far, and I anticipate tomorrow being the same way as well. So thanks for giving us a call. And very nice to work you again after a couple of months, and on a new band as well. I appreciate that as well. Feel free to give us a call anytime. Be happy and look forward to working again down in the Fort Lauderdale area, Sunrise, Davie. It didn't get really that close. We've got another station we talk with down in Cutler Bay, and also one outside of Daytona. So it's nice to hear the stations in over on the Atlantic side. 7-3s for now. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Be safe and be well, and have a great week, and look forward to working again. Kilo 2 Bravo Lima uniform, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo, 7-3s.
Okay, one more question before we go. Are you running any power, or are you just barefoot off of the radio?
No, we're running a 10-tech Hercules 2 solid state, about 450 to 500 on the peaks.
All right, and basically, what has my signal report been, give or take, up and down on the band here, over on your end on the 7300?
You've been 5.9 plus 10 most times. A couple of times it bumped up to 20 over, but it's been really strong.
Oh, that's good to know. Okay, thank you. You've been a solid 5.9, a little bit more, a little bit less. And who knows the accuracy of these S meters? They're all different. Anyway, have a good one, and thank you. We'll catch you again. 7-3 from Kilowatt 2. Bravo, London United.
You bet. 7-3s, take care. This is Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo. We've got time for one more call. QRZ, any stations anywhere?
Whiskey 5,
Kilo 5, Yankee Victor Yankee.
Oh, gosh, I got to get Joe in here again. Kilo 5, Yankee Victor Yankee. Hey, Joe, how you doing there, buddy?
Man, it's doing okay, Randy. It's good to see you. I just finished up doing some other YouTube stuff and seen you over there live streaming and just wanted to say hello. I don't want to take away the last contact. Maybe you'll call one more at least after me. I just heard you and tuned in and wanted to say hello. So have a great evening there, Randy.
Wow, well, I appreciate that. 10 over. Were you live, or did you record something for the channel?
No, negative. Neither one. We was kind of having a little group discussion on Zoom or something like that, you know. And so no recording or live, just hanging out and gonna go back in the house.
Oh, okay. So I forgot the shack. I'd like to see that in the daytime. I know you've got all this mood lighting, Joe, and it looks great. But, I thought once, well, maybe I could try to change this color here and change that color there. And the wife kind of adamantly said no. I said, but look at Joe's picture. Look at his shack. It looks really awesome. And she said, vehemently, she said no. So I tried. So you're going to be the one, okay?
Well, it's just a couple of lights I found at a discount store. It's called Ollie's. I don't know how far they stretch across the nation or anything, but it's a little discount store. There's only two they had on the shelf, and I said, hey, I'm going to get those. So, you might could get something like that and just turn the lights off and have those. Well, you can't turn all the lights off, but, something temporary, not permanent, and maybe get away with it. But anyway, we won't hold you, man. I know you're probably ready to give a last call or something, so we're going to tidy up out here and get in the house. So 73 to you, Randy. It's great to hear you, man. Have a good one.
Yeah, I was going to say, Joe, you got people hitting you right and left on the live chat, so you really started something there. Todd is in there. He's not all the time, and Mark is in there as well. So, hey, no problem, Joe. Always a pleasure, and I look forward to your next stream or video you put out. I really have enjoyed those, and talk about coming a long way in a short period of time, man. You're doing a great job doing it right. So, I want to be like you when I grow up. I appreciate the call, Joe, as always, and look forward to again. Be safe and be well, my friend. Have a great rest of the week, and I'm gonna give a call. I hear you out there, and please give us one as well. And I look forward to many more contacts down the road. Kilo 5, Yankee Victor Yankee, Kilowatt 0, Radio Whiskey Bravo. 7-3s, Joe.
Yeah, 73, Randy, and just keep at it, man. You're doing great. You're on a great path there, and just stick with it. As long as you're having fun, you're doing okay, no matter. So have a good evening. K0RWB, K5YVY. That's to you and chat and everybody on there.
Okay, Joe, sounds great. That was my bonus call, so we're not going to count that one. So we are going to call QR. We're going to call for one more call. K0RWB, QRZ, any station, anywhere. Whiskey 5, Delta Lima Papa. I think you tried earlier, David. Sorry about that. But I've got you in there this time. You know what they say about the last one of the night, so you've got to live up to a whole lot there. Go ahead.
Well, what I'm going to do is just sing your praise. I've been listening to you here for about 45 minutes to an hour, and it seems like that long anyway. I just I finished a brisket, and so I brought it in. Let's see. And sliced some of it up and just sat here and have been enjoying my meal while listening to you. And I just wanted to commend you on your the efforts that you go through to be what ham radio is meant to be. You're kind. You're friendly. You have just been. You're an outstanding citizen. And I hope when I grow up, I grow up to be just like you. So. 70, you're 5'9", 10 over, just great signal, great audio, great everything, and I just appreciated listening to you. And I was just praying that I would get an opportunity to tell you about it, and by golly, I did. So that's great. I want you to know that. Back to you, sir.
Well, I appreciate that very much. That's very nice of you to say. I will say this, I had an Elmer when I first started who gave me a lot of good advice. I didn't know it at the time, but over time I did realize it. And, the first thing was antenna should be 90% of your station and 10% should be everything else. And there's a lot to be said about that. Again, when you get brought up to treat people the way you want to be treated, that helps a lot. And this is a fun hobby, and that's how I like to approach it. I do like to be respectful of people's time. Unless it's a contest, I'm not a big fan of 59 QRZ. The time is yours, within reason. Can't talk for 20 minutes, of course. I wish we could in some instances, but we're just really not able to. We'd like to give everybody equal time. Enjoy doing it. We are having a wonderful time. We've been doing the live stream for about 12 weeks now. We have some really great followers that are also following us on the chat, and my friend Mark and Todd, who's out there endlessly all the time. We're really looking forward to getting him on the air here real soon. and Joe, who just checked in out of Mississippi, very nice. And there's many, many, many others out there. As long as the hobby still stays fun, we'll continue doing it. We do try to be a good steward of amateur radio, and we'd like to do our little bit of part. And that's why we started doing the live stream with some encouragement from operators, because we don't get that much of opportunity sometimes to hear ourselves on the air. And if this adds a little bit to it, hey, great. And if not, well, I still appreciate you taking the time to give us a call and say hi. So that's kind of how we approach it. And we've had a lot of fun in the meantime. We've met some wonderful people, first-time operators, young operators, actually down in your part of the world. Last Wednesday night, a 9-year-old had a technician working with his dad on his call, but he's studying for his general at 9 years of age. So that's pretty impressive. So I think the hobby's in good hands there, Roger.
Roger. Yes, I think I've had contact with the same young man there. It is extremely special, and you are right. This is supposed to be fun, and I just love getting to have fun doing this. And if you can laugh and pick somebody up and have an encouraging note for them, then you've made it a great contact and made it a good day, and that's always a fun thing to do. Well, listen, friend, I'm gonna get out of here. I've eaten my supper and I need to get up and clean up a little bit, but I did want to contact you beforehand. I'm glad that I was given the opportunity to do that. 73, God bless, and really hope to work you again sometime. This is Whiskey 5 Delta Lima Papa. I'll be clear on yours, sir.
Well, the pleasure is all mine, and I really hope you give us a call again. If you hit the notification bell there on the channel, you'll know when we go live again. We try to do this on a daily basis, but the bands have been what they are. 20 has not been very good, so that's why the last several days we've come to 40 meters. And I'm really having a hard time not wanting to leave. 40 meters has been great because the band has been short and long. You're not that far away, on the southeast side of Dallas, so to speak. But I've gone to New York and I've gone to the Southern California and everything in between. So that's one thing I do like about 40 meters. I wish the band was in a little bit better shape, some static crashes and noise and so forth, but hey, it is what it is. We're having an absolute ball. I think everybody else as well. People are very kind and courteous, want to check in and say hi, and we are always trying to be respectful as that and have a great time in the process. So thank you for giving us a call. Please be safe and be well. Have a great what's left of the week. Look forward to having many more QSOs with you as well. It does sound good in my receive, but you're watching it. You'll be able to hear it yourself. So you take care, and I'll say God bless and good night as well. Whiskey 5 Delta Lima Papa Kilowatt 0 Radio Whiskey Bravo 7. Okay, this is K0RWB, rain in Kansas City. We'll be clear, and QRT.